everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Wilson's Seahawks. And with that, we'll send you up to the Pacific Northwest and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, home of the 12s. So we'll welcome in our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. First carry for T.J. Yeldon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down. And now the starting lineup for the offense. And Julius Thomas highlighted, my friend.
Brandon, he's one of the latest in a long line of basketball players turned football players who have had great success. And he uses those basketball skills to get open in his pass routes.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. First down carry now for Yeldon. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
When Bobby Wagner's career is said and done, people are going to look back and say he was an absolute steal in the NFL draft. A Pro Bowl player for any team.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Now Bortles. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. So on 4th down, the Jags send out Brad Nortman to punt. And this one's high, but not very far. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding time. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it'll give the Seahawks a 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now Wilson on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, they had to punt the football.
Let's go, nigga.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now it's a former Washington State running back. It's Chris Ivory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing on first down is Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. Denard Robinson by himself. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 67 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Another run. This time it's Ivory. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, now we find out what their definition of commitment is. They've run it on the first 2 plays. Do they come back and do it again? They're that much closer to getting into it.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Mike Morgan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. And Myers able to knock it through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Well, they started this drive in as tough a spot as you can at their own 1, so they're able to march it into field goal range and get 3.
I thought that was a very poised, dare say classy sort of a drive. Backed up in the shadow of your own end zone, yet you come out of it and put points on the board. Well executed.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson out to his left. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their